Here's a sneak peek from today's episode.
AI cannot fully replace the nuances of human empathy and connection, but automated responses may lack the warmth or understanding that's needed in complex sales situations, right? And that can harm relationships or even slow down the sales process. And it's not just within sales. It's when we're not able to really have that genuine connection, let's say with our significant other, with our family. Hey, this guy, he's not interested. He's not showing any interest. My brother, my nephew, he's not interested in what I'm talking. Same thing happens in sales. And if there's no genuine interest, people are going to lose that connection with the reps, with the sales team. And so it's those things where I see that AI is hurting us in the sales process.
Welcome to the Content Amplified podcast, brought to you by Masset. Our goal is to help you get more from your marketing content. Each episode is a 10 to 15 minute interview with industry experts that share amazing insights to help you squeeze as much juice from your content as you possibly can. Here's today's interview.
Welcome back to another episode of Content Amplified. Today I'm joined by John. John, welcome to the show.
Ben, thank you very much. Happy to be here.
John, I'm excited for this episode. It's going to be fun. Thank you so much for coming on. But John, before we dive in, we always want to get to know our guests. Let us know who you are, a little bit about your career, and then really what do you love about content and marketing, sales, things like that in general.
Yeah, of course. My name is John. I'm based right now in South America in Colombia. I'm currently overseeing all of the sales enablement for Latin America for Cloud Kitchens. And I'm also overseeing some different projects for our US and Canada markets as well. Last 6 years, I've been involved in B2B sales. I've had the opportunity to be involved in all sorts of sales roles, from SDRs to account executives to managers, sales training. And that's where I've gotten, all this experience regarding B2B sales. I've had also experience working as an ESL teacher for a private school here in Colombia and a private institution as well, but also in the BPO industry or the call center industry here in Colombia. So I'm happy to say I've developed different skills, especially within communication, that who would have thought has helped me in sales. And I started working in customer service and tech support. And I was working in customer service. I used to say, I hope I never get to work in sales. And life throws curveballs at you, Ben. I'll tell you that much. So yes, that's where I've had experience in customer service, tech support, team management as well within those call centers, and training, new hire and onboarding. And also in the past 6 years, focused heavily on B2B sales, mainly in technology and SaaS. But and so nowadays, my experience, my leadership, everything that I've done and learned has led me to where I am right now.
I love it. So John, your background is super relevant for our conversation today, and it's super timely. People are always wondering about this new technology. How is AI impacting everything in business? And we're going to focus specifically on sales enablement, how AI is kind of changing the game. So first and foremost, how is AI helping sales and sales enablement?
The thing is, Ben, we talk about AI, and that's a word that's thrown a lot nowadays. And I even saw a meme that says the founder of a startup company after putting AI in their name, and they're just laughing and lame in a beach. It's funny that everything is AI, but how is AI helping in sales specifically? I'd say that it's transforming sales processes across all levels of sales organizations. So from sales managers and leaders to SDRs, sales development representatives, to even account executives, right? So when we focus, for example, on automated outreach and personalization, okay, AI-driven tools, I've seen that they've helped AIs and SDRs streamline outreach, automating email generation, follow-up sequences, crafting templates, right? So AI can now create highly targeted data-driven email content. And I think it makes, outreach more personalized and relevant to prospects. And of course, increasing the likelihood of engagement. And I think that this saves time for reps, allowing them to focus on high priority relationships, and also building, those relationship building tasks. Also an enhanced staff analytics, as I say it, for coaching and feedback. Being in sales enablement, being involved in sales training, giving proper and solid coaching, but also feedback, it tends to have its areas of opportunities for different leaders. Because when you think you're giving feedback, you might be thinking, am I doing it right? Am I giving the right information? Am I getting through? Luckily, AI has enhanced that. So AI, from what I've seen and I've experienced, it enables sales managers and sales enablement leaders to analyze vast amounts of data from customer interactions. And it's just fantastic what these tools nowadays can give you. So this means that managers can give highly specific data-backed coaching to improve rep performances. And it gives us tools that tracks, call metrics, analyze the quality of interactions. We can now even offer SDRs and AEs actionable insights, right? So helping them define their pitch, their timing, their approach. Another one that I can think of is predictive insights for customer understanding. Right? We want to make it as well focused in the customer. Sales is not just about I'm the best salesperson, I'm the best SDR because I have a way with words and I have the great tools. No, sales is also about what does the customer need? What does the customer understand? And AI helps us with that. So AI has also been very beneficial for customers and buyers. It gathers insights from customer behavior. And in marketing, customer behavior is fundamental. In sales, it is as well, right? The needs, the buying signals, right? Those things help sales teams provide the right information at the right time, right? And that makes the buyer's journey smoother and more informative. And I'm a big fan of informing the buyers. Like in the sales process, when I have the opportunity to train or onboard a team, I always focus on inform, educate. Don't just throw a bunch of random information that you find, but actually identify what would be of value to them and inform them, guide them. And ultimately, this builds trust and speeds up the decision-making process.
I love it. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So many good uses for AI right there. You talked
and
about,
it's not just, AI is not just to create funny images of political leaders as I've seen in the past couple of days, right? It's just, you have everything. You have things that help you and just things that are just absurd.
Yep. Exactly. And just like any technology, it can be used for productive things or things that are less productive and more entertainment based, things like that. So you mentioned so many good uses of AI. On the flip side, does AI hurt sales at all? Is it doing anything to damage the industry, the process, anything at all? Have you seen any negatives? And what's your perspective there?
Oh, great question. Well, AI has considerable benefits. I'd say there are challenges that the sales teams need to address, right? So one of the most important ones is over-reliance on AI for creativity, okay? Because I think that one of the pitfalls of AI is that reps can become way too dependent on AI-generated suggestions, which can reduce creativity and make interactions feel generic, right? And we don't want to be too generic because we're just coming off of the age of I pick up the phone and then I have to talk to a computer and I just want to talk to a person. So now when I talk to a person, I don't want to talk to a person that sounds too generic, right? So when AI templates and scripts are overused, for example, customers may start noticing a lack of personalization, and that really ticks people off. And it makes sense, right? This can make buyers feel like they're part of a formula, leading to disengagement. Another one I'd say is reduced critical thinking and decision making. Now, AI can sometimes lead to complacency in decision making. Okay, so by that I mean is when sales teams rely solely on AI recommendations, they might not develop the critical skills that are needed for that unique real-time decision making. Then it is important to ensure that AI augments human expertise rather than just replace the thoughtfulness of, that the reps bring to each conversation. And I'd say that as well, the loss of genuine customer connection. We can't let that, get away. AI cannot fully replace the nuances of human empathy and connection, but automated responses may lack the warmth or understanding that's needed in complex sales situations, right? And that can harm relationships or even slow down the sales process. And it's not just within sales. It's when we're not able to really have that genuine connection, let's say with our significant other, with our family. Hey, this guy, he's not interested. He's not showing any interest. My brother, my nephew, he's not interested in what I'm talking. Same thing happens in sales. And if there's no genuine interest, people are going to lose that connection with the reps, with the sales team. And so it's those things where I see that AI is hurting us in the sales process.
I love that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So when we're looking at it anyone who's saying, okay, I get it. I need to have AI in the sales process. I need to do a better job. I need to expand my horizons. If they haven't really implemented AI much into their process or looking to get started or trying to discover where to go, how do they kind of prepare themselves? How do they start? What are the first steps with AI in the sales process to really kind of build some momentum, understand where it can help, understand how it functions? Where do you recommend people kind of go to kick things off?
On how can people get prepared and learn more about AI moving forward? Well, if we want to leverage AI in a responsible and effective manner, I think that let's focus it on sales teams, for example. So we can adopt a balanced approach to AI. Okay, so it is very essential, and I love this word, to educate teams on benefits of AI. Of course, while we encourage them to maintain a human-first mindset, important, of course, AI should be used to enhance human potential, not replace it. So sales teams should experiment with AI for specific tasks or even recognize where it can free up time. Okay. But they must also stay actively engaged in decision making.
I love
Another
that.
way in which AI, can be beneficial, or how we can help, is focus it on those ethical and responsible uses. And and I think that's a conversation that a lot of tech companies need to have with their own teams when it comes to AI. Because look, Ben, AI has a vast potential. There's no lie in that, right? And nowadays, as I mentioned, everything in companies is AI, AI, AI. But its use, it needs to be ethical. This means being transparent with customers and avoiding over-reliance on AI to the point where it detracts from authenticity, of that sales experience. Now, organizations can create AI guidelines and regularly revisit them as technology evolves. Like a lawyer cannot be stuck the same thing he or she learned in the beginning of the 2000s. They need to constantly update themselves in law, or just like the doctor needs to constantly inform or educate themselves on the changes of science and health. Same thing with us in sales, or in any company that requires, or any department that requires technology. We need to understand that technology evolves, and it's very important that we revisit them as that technology evolves. And also, coming from a sales enablement perspective here, my favorite, continuous learning and training. Without a doubt, sales teams, they should be encouraged to stay up to date on AI advancements, whether through workshops, online courses, collaboration with tech teams, listening to great podcasts, understanding AI's capabilities, but also those limitations. What's going to do is it's going to empower, right? If we focus, let's say, with reps, so it's going to empower the reps to use these tools to their full potential, and also to discern when a personalized human touch is necessary.
I love that. I love that. So we're running out of time. These episodes go by so quick,
I
and
love
it's
that.
great
Yeah.
to give people this daily advice. Any other feedback, advice, or recommendations for anyone saying, I need to just do a better job of utilizing and harnessing the power of AI for our sales enablement, our company in general? Anything that you'd recommend?
Well, this is quite simple. Ben, if we want to think about where this technology can be best used, let's say for sales enablement, the thing is, sales enablement has seen a leap forward with AI powered tools that focus on data driven coaching, focus on call analysis, but also focus on those targeted content. So, where AI can shine is, let's say, call recordings and analytics. I love this part of my job where I use AI. It's in this because AI driven tools like conversational intelligence platforms, the one that we use in Cloud Kitchens, that platform analyzes calls and meetings in real time or post call, right? And it offers actionable insights into tone, sentiment, and even competitive mentions. They also highlight key conversation points and opportunities for improvement. Now, this is crucial for sales enablement because it provides a record of real world conversations, right? Which we can use to coach reps on everything from objection handling to aligning on brand messaging. Also, personalized learning pathways. In onboarding, AI can track performance of new hires and we can assess them. And it assess where they need additional support and suggest those tailored training resources. And this is particularly useful when scaling teams. Now, as we ensure each step receives customized training, especially in global organizations where sales techniques or customer behaviors may vary by region. And to finish it up, I'd say also in optimizing outreach cadences. AI also supports SDRs, AEs by, fine-tuning outreach sequences and cadences. Now, based on past performance, AI can recommend the best times to reach out, the optimal frequency touch points, heck, even the messaging that resonates the most with certain personas. This enables reps to achieve more effective outreach and with less trial and error.
I love that. John, this has been an absolute masterclass in everything AI sales enablement related. Thank you so much. If anyone wants to reach out and continue the conversation with you online, how and where can they find you?
Yes, you guys can find me on LinkedIn, just John Alba, JOHN ALBA. My profile would say I'm sales enablement leader. That's the one where I'm having a blazer with a happy face. And also on my social media platforms on Instagram, it's John Alba 92. Although on Instagram is more of wacky sports related things that you'll see on my profile. But yes, on LinkedIn, you guys can reach out to me. Happy to connect. And I do want to thank you, Ben, for this time as well. We can talk all day about AI and sales.
I love it. I love it. And for anyone listening, we will link to John's LinkedIn profile in the show notes below. So you just have to look up his name, click on the link, and you can connect with him there. It's nice and easy. John, again, thank you so much for the time and the insights today.
Thank you, Ben, for this time. Happy to help. Look forward to continue talking with you.
Thank you for listening to the Content Amplified podcast. Please subscribe and leave us a review. And for additional ways to get more out of your content, visit our website at getmasset.com. That's getmasset.com. And tune in next time to the Content Amplified podcast.